Hi guys, welcome back. I'm Rebecca and today I'm doing another watercolor art piece. Now this time I'm a part of an amazing collab group. We are doing musical themes. They're amazing artists, so definitely check them out if you want. I'm gonna leave all their information down in the description. Now there are tons of music genres out there, so it wasn't quite easy to pick something, but then I decided on something more personal, the PANFLUTE, which I've been playing for years and years. It's still just the most beautiful instrument in my opinion. I love playing it. I wanted to talk more about the origin of the PANFLUTE and where it comes from. It's a very interesting story, I would say. It's one of the oldest instruments and it has appeared all over the world in all different cultures, from Asia to South America, but also in Greece. And in Greece, in the old Greek mythology, there was this god Pan, and this is where the name PANFLUTE comes from. Pan was the god of nature, from spring, from fields, from theater, a bunch of things that I don't really know how it fits into like one god, but it did. Pan was normally described as like this faun, so he was part goat. Basically the story goes that Pan was chasing down a nymph, but she didn't want to return her love, so she ran and ran, and when she got to the river she turned herself into reeds. Now he got so mad that he cut down the reeds, but then he regretted it and he realized that when he howled the reeds made beautiful sounds, so he gathered them up and made a beautiful flute out of them, which was the PANFLUTE. But next I wanted to talk about how I discovered the PANFLUTE. So it happened when I was about 7 or 8 years old. At that time we had like musical lessons where they would show us different instruments and all kind of instruments, and at one point my teacher brought a PANFLUTE, and I only remember that there was a book or a story with it that had something to do with the sea or the moon or something like that. I remember the book was very blue and pretty. It had this like silver glistering paper and it just looked really pretty. I don't think the story had anything to do with a PANFLUTE. For just some reason I put now moon, sea and PANFLUTE together whenever I think about it. For some reason it had this connection, and I remember when she started playing, this was just it, mesmerizing, and from that day on I wanted to play the PANFLUTE. 2 years later or so I started, and I haven't stopped since then because I think the PANFLUTE just sounds really nice and pretty. It has this really raw but still mystical kind of weary sound. It doesn't sound metallic, it has this nature sound. It's hard to describe, like how can you describe sounds, but this is just the feeling, and for me it's very nostalgic and I love playing it. I just love it. I think that's it for today. It was a really fun project and collab to do, really something I needed. I love watercolors and it was just so good to just play with them. I tried some new concepts with the white hair and it kind of looks good. I definitely want to try it again, but I say this with everything. It was just super fun. So let me know if you play an instrument, what kind of genre you like. Yeah, just all the things about music, and definitely check out the art artists if you're interested. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you like this art and I will see you soon. So goodbye.